Once upon a time, there was a buzz spreading quietly across mailboxes and bank accounts, catching people completely off guard. Imagine walking to your mailbox on an ordinary day, your mind preoccupied with the usual to-do list, expecting nothing but bills or flyers. And then, there it is, a letter that's neither a bill nor junk mail, but something unexpected. Or maybe you're scrolling through your banking app, a routine habit, and suddenly your balance is higher than you expected. For nearly 1 million Americans, this pleasant surprise came in the form of stimulus payments they hadn't received back in 21. And no, it wasn't some accounting error or fluke. It was the IRS stepping in to make things right, a rare but welcome moment of the system truly working in favor of the people. To understand how this unfolded, we need to rewind to 21. Back then, the world was grappling with the aftermath of a global crisis. Economic impact payments, commonly referred to as stimulus checks, were rolled out to millions of Americans to provide financial relief in an uncertain and turbulent time. These payments served as a lifeline for families struggling to pay rent, buy groceries, or simply stay afloat. However, amidst the chaos of that period, not everything went smoothly. For some, it was a case of oversight, a missed field on a tax return, a mistake in the application process, or a simple glitch in the system. For others, it might have been confusion about eligibility or the hurdles of navigating a bureaucratic process. Whatever the reason, many individuals didn't receive the financial help they were entitled to, and for a long time, it seemed like a lost opportunity. For years, those unclaimed funds sat dormant, seemingly forgotten. Most people assumed they'd never see that money. After all, how often does a federal institution go out of its way to correct an error from years past? But in December of last year, the IRS did something unexpected. They reviewed their records and realized that nearly 1 million people had missed out on the Recovery Rebate Credit, the official name for these economic impact payments. Instead of brushing it aside as an unfortunate oversight, they decided to take action and make amends. Here's the truly remarkable part. The IRS decided to handle the process automatically. No tedious paperwork, no hours spent on hold with customer service, no filing amended returns. The agency took it upon itself to identify those who had missed out, calculate what they were owed, and send out payments directly. For many, this was a moment of relief, finally, a hassle-free solution in the often complex world of taxes. So, how can you tell if you're one of the lucky recipients? The criteria are pretty straightforward. If you filed your 21 tax return and either left the Recovery Rebate Credit section blank or filled it out incorrectly, there's a good chance you're eligible. The IRS is systematically reviewing tax filings, and if they identify that you were owed money, they're either depositing it directly into your bank account or mailing it as a paper check. If you come across a letter in your mailbox labeled "not a bill" or "not an advertisement," don't ignore it. It could be your notification that a payment is on its way. Now, let's talk numbers. The maximum payment amount is $1,000 per person. For many, this isn't just a small windfall, it's a substantial sum that can make a real difference. It could help cover a month's rent, pay off a chunk of credit card debt, or replenish an emergency savings account. Of course, the exact amount varies depending on individual circumstances, but even smaller payments are meaningful, especially when they arrive unexpectedly. Think about it, $1,000 dropping into your lap out of nowhere. What would you do with it? Would you use it to catch up on bills, invest in something you've been putting off, or maybe save it for a rainy day? The possibilities are endless, and it's worth considering how this money could be best put to use. For those who didn't file a 21 tax return, there's still hope. The IRS has made it clear that it's not too late. You have until April 15th of this year to file your return and claim the Recovery Rebate Credit. Even if your income back then was minimal or non-existent, you might still qualify. Filing your tax return now could unlock this credit and ensure you get the financial help you deserve. The process is simpler than you might think, and taking action before the deadline could make all the difference. At this point, you might be wondering why this is happening now, nearly 2 years after the original payments were sent out. The answer lies in a comprehensive review by the IRS. After analyzing their data, they realized just how many people had been overlooked. Rather than letting those funds remain unclaimed, they made the decision to correct the mistake. According to IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel, the goal was to ensure fairness and simplify the process for taxpayers. It's a rare example of a large institution recognizing its errors and taking steps to make things right. And it's a testament to the idea that change, however delayed, is still possible. For those who have already received their payments, the reactions have been heartwarming. Some have used the money to cover overdue rent, others to stock up on groceries, and still others to pay off lingering debts. A few have even been able to start saving for the first time in years. These stories highlight just how significant financial stability, or the lack of it, can be in people's lives. An unexpected $1 might seem like a drop in the bucket to some, but for many, it's a game changer. If you haven't received your payment yet, don't lose hope. The IRS has stated that most payments should be issued by the end of this month. In the meantime, keep an eye on your mailbox and your bank account. And if you suspect you might be eligible but haven't heard anything, it's worth double-checking your 21 tax return or consulting with a tax professional. Remember, this is money you're entitled to. It's not a handout, but a correction of an oversight. As we wrap up this story, it's important to remember that this isn't just about the money. It's about second chances. It's about systems recognizing their flaws and working to make amends. And it's about ensuring that no one gets left behind, even when the process takes longer than it should. These payments are a reminder that progress, however delayed, is still progress. They're also a call to action for those who haven't yet filed their tax returns, because it's never too late to claim what's rightfully yours. If you have questions or want to share your experience, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how this process has impacted you, or help clear up any confusion you might have. And before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more updates like this. Whether it's financial tips, breaking news, or insights to help you navigate life, I'm here to keep you informed and empowered. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.